Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily Dvar. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Thursday, 27th day of December. Here we go. Today's law is about the Shema, the short one-verse Shema that you sometimes see read in the early part of the davening. Some of you might not even see it. You have to be there on time in davening to notice it, and it's said before the karbanos part of davening, very early and right after the morning brachos. And then there's another Shema that you may or may not notice, you never even thought to think about it, but in Musaf on Shabbos we recite Shema, one sentence of the Shema, and we should explain what those two are doing there in order to understand the laws that go with them. See, they're really inserted in our davening because of a historical quirk that happened to the Jewish people many centuries ago. It was in the 5th century that a Persian king had decreed that the Jewish people should no longer be allowed to say Shema. He thought that he would obliterate Judaism by attacking Shema. Not a bad idea, but the Jews are very determined and they sought to get around his decree. He used to station guards inside of the shuls during the first quarter of the day when he knew Jews were often saying Shema, and he would have them punished if they recited the Shema. So the rabbis did not want Shema forgotten forever, and although they were stopped from saying it at that point in davening, what they did was they instituted that it be said kind of before davening starts, right after the morning brachas. That's why it ended up in that early part of our siddur. Also, they thought they would put it in Musaf of Shabbos. That's when the guards were already gone. So the sentence Shema Yisrael got mentioned in our Kedusha of Musaf on Shabbos. Then, when the king died, the rabbis decided that since it had become a part of Jewish liturgy for a long time, they just left it there forever. And that's why you see Shema in our early davening, right after the morning brachas, and you also see it in the Kedusha of Musaf on Shabbos. The only halachic ramification for you for this is that when you get to that early one in the morning, some people only say the first pasuk of Shema at that point. Some people say Shema and Baruch Shem, and some people say the whole first paragraph. It is important that when you say that Shema of the early morning, think to yourself, I'm not fulfilling the mitzvah of Shema right now. I'm just doing an old Jewish custom, and I'm really going to be saying the main Shema when I get to my brachos after Baruch Hu, where Shema really belongs in our davening, and that's when you'll have intention to fulfill the mitzvah. Unless you're running late, and you can see that by the time you get to the Shema of the morning regular davening, it's going to be too late to say Shema, then you should, at the point of the early Shema, insert it then and say the full thing with intention. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.